Let's begin, viewers, with some big news that we are getting at this point in time. Less than 24 hours after US President announced a ceasefire with Iran, Iran has now decided to close the Strait of Hormuz in response to Israeli attacks on Lebanon. As a result, what we are seeing is an impact on stock markets here in India. In fact, if you look at Sensex right now, it is down about 604 points. It is currently trading at 76,979. It has fallen below the crucial mark of 77,000. Let me straight away go across to my colleague Ashesha from ET Now, joining us live this morning. Ashesha, good morning. Markets have slipped a bit after this news came that Iran is not keeping Strait of Hormuz open despite the ceasefire agreement because of strikes in Lebanon by Israel.
Well, yes, there's still a lot of uncertainty and there are new developments every single hour. Yesterday, there were reports which suggested, and there are allegations on US that perhaps they have broken the ceasefire agreement, and that is leading to this kind of impact on equity markets globally. Remember, there was some bit of pressure on US markets in trade yesterday. Asia markets were also trading mixed this morning, and so is the case with Indian equities. As you mentioned, we are seeing some bit of profit taking as far as Indian equity markets are concerned. Sensex is now below that 77,000 mark. In fact, as we speak, Sensex is trading at about 76,923. That's a decline of 0.8% in today's trading session. Nifty too is sitting with a cut of nearly 0.7% in trade today. 23,838 is where the Nifty is currently trading. So yes, there's a lot of uncertainty on the geopolitical front. Every hour, every day, we have some or the other news development that comes in, and that is continuing to weigh heavy on markets globally, and that is putting pressure on Indian equity markets as well today.
Okay, and Ashesha, how is crude oil price looking this morning? And also, if you could just tell us if there are some specific sectors that are seeing some, more pressure.
Well, yes, crude oil prices too have spiked up yet again in trade today. In fact, the last time I checked, Brent crude was up 3% in trade today after the 14% decline that we had seen in yesterday's trading session. Remember, Brent crude had settled below that $100 per mark yesterday after the announcement of ceasefire agreement came in between Iran and Israel. But that has seen a spike up yet again in today's trading session on account of escalating tensions yet again in West Asia. And since you also asked about sectors, remember, everyone will have their eyes on IT sector today because TCS will be reporting its numbers, so keep an eye out on that sector as well.
All right. Thank you very much, Ashesha. Appreciate you joining us here on Times Now and getting